That's the first time this year. Here we go, 11-1.
What, that right?
No, that we're doing real life stuff.
We're starting with the lesson?
Yeah. Where have you been? All right, you can check my vid later. Permutations.
If I buy you tickets to the...
Oh, I cannot be bribed. I can. But no, it's recording. I can't be bribed.
Yes, you can.
Permutations and combinations. All right, here we go. Here we go. Permutations, combinations. All right, this is the last lesson we have together. Let's enjoy it. All right. I've got three quick parts today, okay? Part A. Now, this lesson is also found in the SAT, ACT, stuff like that. So you might really want to do it. Matrices? I don't know. They don't too much. All right. This is called Maddie and Jonathan.
Oh.
Someone said it. You knew it. It was a number, right? So our license plates here in California are you leaving? Okay. A number followed by 3 letters, right? 3 letters. And then followed by 3 numbers. That's how they are. I don't know what mine is. I really don't. But when I was in high school, my license plate was 2YQL546. My dad made, yeah, I told you. Yeah, my dad made me memorize that, right? Okay, so the question is, how many different license plates are there? When are we going to run out of license plates? Okay, so how many plates possible? Now, I'm not going to take into account the fact that you can't spell bad words. Like, they would get rid of ASS. You know what I'm saying? They probably would. You can't have a license plate that's like 2 ASS 666. Right? Bad words. Like, or like maybe it was like FUK. Like they'll never let you do that, right? They'll take those out. They throw those away. But let's pretend like we're going to find out all of them, even the gross ones, all right? So this is what you do. This is what I do. I take the events, and we're going to multiply them all together. So how many numbers are possible? 9. There's 10 numbers possible if you include 0. So 10. There's 10 numbers possible. And then the next 3 are letters. Okay? So how many letters are possible? There's 26 possible for that spot. 26, 26. And then 3 more numbers. 10, 10, 10. And you take all of those, and the fundamental accounting principle says that you take all your separate events and you multiply them together. Okay? All right, so let's do that. This is 10 to the 4th power times 26 to the 3rd power. Whoa. 7. Did you get that already?
Yeah.
You did? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. That's a lot of license plates. Okay?
Wait, is it different for 6-plated number? 6-plated or the
6 digits?
Yeah.
It would be different. Yeah.
I mean, like for the letters and numbers and stuff. Or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very different. Yeah, if there's only 4 digits, then that's all you do, stuff like that. If you don't want to repeat, then that gets a little trickier. But we're going to do kind of the easier ones, okay? All right, so let's go on to part B. It's pretty short today. Now, part B, we're going to focus on something called permutations. With permutations, I'm recording it right now, yeah. Were you finishing up your homework? Okay. Permutations is going to be when you arrange, you find out how many arrangements and the order counts, okay? So write this down. Order matters. If you're running in a race for track, order matters, or cross country, right? Maybe if you're running with your friends, order doesn't matter because you're trying not to compete. Maybe order always matters, you know, like who's first. I was in first for the tacos today, so. Yeah, no, I wasn't in line. I skipped those lines. Okay. Now, here's the thing with order. If we were to talk about runners in a race and we want to order them, okay? So let's say that we have 5 people are going to run a race. Okay? How many different ways can these people come in first, second, third, fourth, and fifth place? Someone said it.
What I like to do.
It was a
1,
number,
2, 3,
right?
4,
so
5.
our license plates here in California.
5 runners, right?
There are 5 people out there.
Are you leaving?
So out of
Okay.
those 5 people,
A number
how many people can,
followed by
technically, possibly
3 letters,
come in
right?
first place? 5 of them can.
3 letters.
Okay, only one of them will, but there's 5 choices of
And then
people. They all
followed
have a
by
good chance. Okay. After that one person comes in
numbers.
first place, how many people can come
That's
in
how they
second
are.
place? I don't know
4.
what mine is. I really don't.
3,
But when I was in
2,
high school,
1.
my license plate was
Multiply that out. 5 times
2YQL546.
4 times 3 times 2
My dad
times
made.
1.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah,
Now,
my dad
let me
made
tell you
memorize
a
that,
really
right?
cool way
Okay,
to do
so the
that
question
instead
is,
of, like, punching it in your
how
calculator.
many?
There's something called
How many different license plates
factorial.
are there? When are we going to run out of
Bobby
license
said that?
plates? Okay. So how many plates possible?
Something called
factorial.
Now, I'm not going to take into account
And
the fact that
factorial, you can't spell
means
bad
that
words,
if you
like,
take a
they
number
would get rid
n
of ASS.
and there's an
You know what I'm
exclamation
saying?
point,
They
it's not
probably
pronounced
you
n.
can't have a license plate that's
pronounced
like
n
2
factorial in
ASS
mathematics.
666.
Okay?
Right?
What n factorial means
Bad words,
is you
like-
take the numbers
Like maybe
and
it's
you
like
multiply
FK. Like they'll never let
all
you
the
do
numbers that
right?
are
They'll take those out. They throw
descending
those away.
all the
But
way
let's
down
pretend
to
like
one.
we're gonna find out
Multiply.
all of them, even the gross
Yeah,
ones,
but if
right?
you have
So,
like
this is what you do: 30 factorial.
this is what I do. I take
the events.
Yeah.
You don't want to spend.
And we're
your
gonna
time,
multiply
you
them
know,
all
doing
together.
like 30 runners in
So
a race.
how many
ways
numbers
can
are
they come in?
possible?
1 through 30.
None.
You
There's
really
10
want to do that?
numbers
I don't.
possible if you
So
include 0.
we can multiply this. Did you get this already? What was it? 120?
Yeah. 120.
So 10. Okay.
There's 10
But your
numbers
calculator
possible.
has the factorial button
And then
on it.
the next
You ready
3
to
are
find
letters.
it?
Let's go.
Okay. So how many letters are possible?
It is.
Exclamation point. Have you seen it
26
before?
possible for that spot.
So fun.
26, 26.
All right, so go to your
and then
calculator.
3 more numbers.
Okay.
10, 10, 10.
And if you go to
And you take
math,
all of those,
math,
and the
we usually
fundamental
only have
accounting
used
principle text
fractions.
says that
There's
you
a
take
lot
all
more
your
than your
second
calculator
dimension
can do that you don't even know about yet.
Maybe
All right,
one
so let's
day
do
you'll
that.
find out some more.
This
Today
is
you're going to find out a
10
little
to
bit
the
more. We're going to go over
power.
to PRB
I'll save you a second of your life if you go to the left. You'll
times
get there
26 to the third power.
Whoa.
1,
dang.
7. Did you get that already? All right.
Did? PRB stands for
1,
probability.
2, 3, 4.
Okay, all of the stuff we're doing
Nice.
today actually is
That's a lot
headed
of
towards
license
the probability. What's the probability of winning the lottery? That's done with this stuff. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So do you see it? It's number 4.
6 digits.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I
would
want
be
to
different.
get clear,
If I want to do 5 factorial,
I'll go 5,
yeah, it's very
and
different.
I'll go to math, over to
if there's only 4
PRB,
digits,
and
that's
it's
all
number
do is
4.
like
You can either
that.
scroll down
if
to
you don't
number
want to
4 or just actually hit the number 4.
But we're going to do
5
kind of the
factorial
easier
is
ones,
120.
okay? All right, so
So
let's
I
go
know.
on to part
So if
B.
we had to do 20 facts,
pretty
pretty short
short
today.
Now, no
Part
one wants
B, we're going to focus on something called
You making fun of me?
permutations.
Nobody wants to multiply 20 times 19
With
times 18 times 70 by hand.
permutations,
Nobody.
Not even Bobby, who loves
recording
math.
it right now, yeah.
What we're going to do, we're
you
going to
finishing
do
up your
20
homework?
factorial.
Look at that. It's a huge number. It puts it in scientific notation
Permutations
for you.
is going to be
So
when
big.
you
arrange, you find out how many arrangements and the order counts.
Okay.
You laughing with me?
So write this down. Order
he always
matters.
does, yeah.
If you're running in a race,
on me. I know. I hear it.
track.
I just ignore it.
Order
You know what I do to the
matters
haters?
across
I just
country,
brush it
right?
off.
If you're running with your friends, order doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's throwing shade all day long.
Maybe order always matters. You know, like who's first. I was in first.
He's
for the
already
talk.
here. No, sorry.
It's probably going
Yeah,
over
no,
here.
I wasn't in mine. I skipped those lines.
All right,
Okay.
here we go.
Now,
These are so
here's
fun.
the thing with order.
All right, so now let's talk about
if
this.
we were to
So
talk
what are we
about
on, number
runners
like
in a
2 or
race and
3?
we want to order them.
Number 2. Okay. So let's say that we
Let's
have
say that
5 people are going to run a
we
race.
don't care who comes in 4th place, right?
Okay.
They're out of the medal.
How many
We
different
don't
ways
care.
can
So
these
what
people
happens
come
when
in
you
first,
have,
second,
let's
third,
say you
fourth,
have
and 5th place?
Well,
10
what I like
runners
to do.
now in a
Go
race.
1,
2, 3, 4, 5. Race. I should
Okay,
spell that
5
right.
runners, right? There are 5 people
10
out
runners
there.
in a race.
So out
And
of those
we
5
want to
people,
find out
how many people
how many ways can they medal.
technically
So how many
possibly
ways
come in first place? 5
can
of
they
them
come
can.
in first,
Okay,
second,
only
and
one of
third
them will,
place?
but there's 5 choices of people. They all have
First,
a good
second,
chance. Okay.
and third place.
After that
Okay.
one person
There's 2 ways to do
comes
this.
in first place, how many people
One way
can come
is
in second
you
place?
can
do it by
4,
hand and figure it out
3,
using common sense.
2,
that works for
1.
permutations. I'm gonna tell you what permutations are. in
Multiply
just a
that
minute.
out. 5 times 4 times 3
First,
times 2
second,
times 1.
third place.
Now let me tell
I
you
like to do
a
these
really
little
cool way to
dashes
do
like that and use
instead of
the
like
counting
punching it in your
principle for
calculator.
these problems.
There's something
So for
called
first place, how many
factorial.
runners are eligible to come in first place?
10. Bobby said
And
that?
then
9,
Oh.
and then 8. And then you
Something
stop. Called factorial.
So this is not 10
okay?
factorial. And
This is simply 10 times 9
means
times
that
8,
if you
which
take
is
a number
720. I probably
n
didn't need to do that on my
and there's an
calculator, but I did.
exclamation point. So
There's
there's not
720
720
different ways.
It's pronounced
For
n
these 3
factorial
people
in mathematics.
who went, come first, second, third
Okay.
place.
What
Okay,
n
if you go
factorial
to your
means is
calculator,
you
your
take
calculator
the
will do this
numbers
for you also.
and you
There's a
multiply
button called
all the
N
numbers that are
PR, descending all the
What
way
that
down
means
to 1.
is n is going to
Multiply.
be the total number.
Yeah,
But if you have like 30
Total number.
factorial,
And R is going to
yeah,
be
you don't want to spend your
the
time,
number of
doing
places
it. Like
that
30
you need.
runners in a race, how many ways can they
Places
come in?
needed.
1 through 30?
Yep.
You really
Or
want to do that?
spots
I don't.
taken.
It's on
So,
the test and
we
the
can
exam.
multiply this. Did you get this already? What was it, 120?
You can
Yeah.
stick with this
120.
way and use common
Okay,
sense and
but
figure
your
it out.
calculator
Or
has the
you
factorial
can go to your
button on
calculator
it.
and you can go
You ready to
10.
find it? Let's go. 10 possible people.
It is.
P
That's exclamation
for
point. Have you
3
seen
places.
it before?
It's always the
So
bigger number
fun.
on the left.
All right, so
Smaller
go to your
number on the right.
calculator. Okay. All right, it's
Okay.
same place. It's under
And
math,
if you go
PRB.
to
math,
you have to hit
math
the
we
number
usually
10
only
first.
have used fractions.
So
There's
you
a
have
lot
10
more than your calculator can do that you
math,
don't even know about yet.
PRB, and it's
Maybe
number
1,
2.
2.
You'll find out some more.
And
Today
PR.
you're going to find out a little bit more.
Uh-huh.
We're going to
Hit
go
enter
enter
PRB,
and then hit 3.
So what
I'll
you're
save
telling
you
them
a
is
second of
10
your life.
equals
If you
n
go to
and
the
3
left, you'll
equals
get
R.
there quicker.
You hit enter and it'll give you the same number, 720.
Oh,
okay?
dang.
What it's doing is it's dividing out
All
all
right.
the rest of the
PRB
stands for
stuff.
probability. Okay,
All right.
all of
Yeah.
the stuff we're doing today actually is headed towards the
the
probability.
last part,
What's
part
the
C. I told you it was
probability
pretty
of winning
short.
the lottery. That's done with this
The
stuff.
last part
okay?
is called
Yeah.
combination.
All right, so do you see it? It's number 4.
Okay. So if
Now.
I want to hit clear,
If I want to do 5 factorial,
I'll go 5.
order does not
and
matter
I'll go to
here.
math.
Order
Over to
does
PRB.
not matter.
And it's number 4.
Now,
you can either scroll down
in my
to
life
number 4
of
or just actually
competition,
hit the number 4.
I'm pretty competitive.
5
Order usually
factorial
matters
is
all the time.
120.
So I know.
But
I'll tell you
so
a
if we were to do
scenario where
20
order doesn't matter.
factorial, let's say
No one
that
wants-
I'm choosing 20 kids.
Nobody wants to multiply
student
20 times,
council.
19 times, 18
Okay?
times, 17
20
by hand.
kids
Nobody.
in student
Not
council.
even Bobby,
who loves math.
And
what we're
I
gonna
need to choose
we're gonna do 20 factorial.
4
Look
of
at that.
them. It's a huge number.
To
It
be
puts it in
on
scientific
a
notation for
committee,
you.
so big, to help me plan the JSB next year.
You're laughing with me? I'm going to be in charge of JSB. You're welcome. Oh, yeah, he always does. Yeah. I didn't talk trash on me. I know. I hear it. I just ignore it. You know what I do to the haters?
20
I
kids,
just brush it
student
off.
council,
And
they're
he's throwing shade all day long at me.
Now, if I went like this, 1, 2, 3, 4,
And no.
and I chose these 4 kids,
It's
and I
probably going
picked them in
over there,
order.
too. This is good.
Like, let's say
All
I
right, here we
choose
go. This is so
Alice,
fun.
Bill,
All right, so
Carol.
now let's talk
and
about
Dave.
this.
So what are we
year
on?
is
Number
this?
like
This
2 or
is
3?
Year 1975, when everyone's named those things. Let's say
Okay.
that. Guess what?
If
We
I
don't care
chose
who
Bill,
comes in fourth
Alice,
place,
Dave,
right?
and
They're out of the
Carol,
medal.
it's the
We
same
don't
group
care.
of kids, right?
So what happens when
So
you
what
have,
I'm doing
let's say
is
you
I'm
have
counting
that group, that
10
same
runners
group of
now in a
4
race.
too many times if I do that.
race.
So
spell that
there's
right.
a button for this. 10
It's
runners
the
in a race.
C button.
And we want to
So when
find
order
out
does not
how many
matter,
ways
when you're talking
can they
about
medal.
groups,
So how many
or
ways, or committees, or a team
can
of
they come in
people?
first,
Then
second,
you're going
and
to
third
use
place? NCR.
And
First,
NCR
second,
gets
and
rid of
third
all
place.
the repeated
Okay.
groups.
There's 2 ways
Okay?
to do this. Do you guys understand
Okay.
that these
One
are the
way
same
is
thing?
you can
In
do
a
it by
race, that's
hand
not the
and
same at
figure
all.
it out
That's
using
different.
common sense.
Alice
that will
works
tell
for
you.
permutations.
Bill
I'm gonna
just
tell you
beat
what
her.
permutations
She's
are in
pretty
just a minute.
But if Alice and
First,
Bill are in the same
second,
group, they're
third
working
place.
together.
This is
I
the
like
same
to do these
group
little
of people.
dashes like that and
Okay,
use
so we do
the counting
NCR
principle for
So
these
you go-
goals. And that's the hardest
so
part
for
about this
first
lesson,
place,
figuring out
how
which
many
one to
runners
use.
are eligible
And
to
PR
come
and
in
first
NCR?
place.
So you do 20,
10.
and then C9,
9,
and then 8.
And then you stop. 20C4.
So this is not 10 factorial. This is simply 10 times 9 times 8, which is 720. I probably didn't need to do that on my
So just
calculator.
remember, if it's
There's
order
720
matters,
different
if it's
ways
a race or we're lining
for
up
these
books
3 people
on a shelf,
to
order
win,
matters.
come first, second,
Okay.
third place.
If it's
Okay,
a group
if you
of
go to
people,
your
a
calculator,
committee,
your calculator will do this for you also.
Players like that.
There's a button called,
order does
so there are
N,
4,845 groups.
What that means
So think
is
about
N
your,
is going to
your
be the
basketball
total number.
coach, okay? Last one,
Total
number
number.
7. And R is going to be
no idea.
the number of places that you need.
Okay, suppose that on the
Places
basketball team,
needed.
like when I played, okay?
Yep.
Or
There
spots
are
taken.
12
It's on the
members on
test
your
and the
team.
exam.
And
Okay.
my coach,
You
Mrs.
can't
Dykstra,
stick
she
with
needs
this
to
way
pick the
and use
starting
common
5.
sense and figure it out.
I was
that
never
way.
one of them.
Or
but you can
let's
go to
just
your
say
calculator
that
and you can go
all
10.
the 12 team members are just
10
as
possible
good.
people.
Okay.
P
And
for 3
the thing
places.
is, People
It's
will say,
always the
yeah,
bigger
but you
number
need
on
someone
the
to play
left,
point. Do you need
smaller
someone to
number
play
on the
that?
right.
That's different. Okay, that's
All right,
harder.
same place. It's under
probability
math
stuff,
PRB.
and you'll do that in hand.
You have to hit
but
the
you
number
won't do
10
that here.
first.
Okay.
You go
So
10.
let's say there are 12 members, and you
Math,
want to pick your starting
PRB, and
five.
it's number 2.
Team NPR.
To
See
start.
it? Okay.
Hit enter.
Would you do
and then
12
hit 3.
PR
So what you're
or
telling them
12
is
CR?
10 equals N
You
and
do
3
C.
equals R.
Okay, and
You
there's
hit enter
key
and it'll
words.
give you the same
Team,
number, 720.
group, okay, committee.
What it's doing is it's
Those
dividing
all are
out
things that
all the
order
rest of the
doesn't matter,
factorial stuff.
Okay. Now, if you want a
All right,
president,
yeah.
vice president, secretary,
Okay.
though that matters.
The last
'cause those are
part,
different
part
jobs.
C. I told you it was
Okay?
pretty short. So you would do 12C5.
The last part
is called
And you go to your
combination.
calculator,
Now,
and you turn the sound off.
don't forget, and you get 792. Order does not matter here. Order does not matter. Now, in my life of competition, because I'm pretty competitive, order usually matters all the time. Okay? But I'll tell you a scenario where order doesn't matter. Let's say that I'm choosing 20 kids are in student council. Okay? 20 kids in student council. And I need to choose 4 of them to be on a committee to help me plan the JSB next year. Okay? I'm going to be in charge of JSB. You're welcome. I'm going to make it epic. We're going to get that same magician, number 1. Number 2, I'm just kidding. All right, 20 kids in student council, and there's 4 that are going to be on the committee. Now, if I went like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I chose these 4 kids, and I picked them in order. Like, let's say I choose Alice, Bill, Carol, and Dave. What year is this? This is like year 1975 when everyone's named those things, right? Okay, guess what? If I chose Bill, Alice, Dave, and Carol, it's the same group of kids, right? So what I'm doing is I'm counting that group, that same group of 4, too many times if I do that. So there's a button for this. It's the C button. So when order does not matter, when you're talking about groups or committees or a team of people, then you're going to use NCR. And NCR gets rid of all the repeated groups. Okay? Do you guys understand that? That these are the same thing? In a race, that's not the same at all. That's different. Alice will tell you, because Bill just beat her and she's pretty ticked. But if Alice and Bill are in the same group, they're working together, this is the same group of people. Okay, so we do NCR. So you go, and that's the hardest part about this lesson, figuring out which one to use. NPR, NCR. So you do 20, C4. 20, C4.
So on the test, will you tell us?
I don't.
So you just give us a scenario and
Yep.
figure out.
Yeah. So just remember, if it's order matters, if it's a race or we're lining up books on a shelf, order matters. Okay. If it's a group of people, a committee, a team, players like that, then order does. So there are 4,845 groups. So think about your basketball coach. Okay. Last one, number 7. I have no idea what number we're on, so I'm just making number 7. Okay, suppose that on the basketball team, like when I played, okay? There are 12 members on your team, and my coach, Mrs. Dykstra, she needed to pick the starting 5. I was never one of them, but let's just say that all the 12 team members are just as good, okay? And the thing is, people will say, yeah, but you need someone who plays point, and you need someone who plays that. That's different, okay? That's harder probability stuff. And you'll do that in ham, but you won't do that here, okay? So let's say there are 12 members, and you want to pick your starting 5 team to start, okay? Would you do 12 PR or 12 CR? You do C, okay? And there's key words: team, group, committee. Those all are things that order doesn't matter, okay? Now, if you want a president, vice president, secretary, though that matters because those are different jobs. Okay, so you would do 12C5, and you go to your calculator, beep, boop, beep, boop, and you turn the sound off, don't forget, and you get 792.